Everything is a private exclusive, off market, members only. Sounds fancy, right? It's not. It's a money grab. If private listings are so effective, why are the big corporate brokerages partnering with the big sites like Zillow and Redfin, basically recreating public listings, but calling them private? It's not for exclusivity. It is for control. And here's what they don't want to say out loud. They want to double end your deal. The brokerage. They want both sides of the commission. They want you to take the risk. They tell you, let's test the price quietly first. That's called guessing. And if your agent needs a trial run, they don't know what they're doing. And thinking you're saving days on market, today's buyers are very sophisticated. They are watching everything. They know your house has been floating around. They know you're testing the price because you're unsure. And that translates into lower offers because it looks like weakness. You are not being strategic. You are being positioned.
Yeah, look, I've mentioned this multiple times. And to me, off-market listings only serve the buyer and the agent. If I could double end a deal, that means I'm making $60,000 on a $2 million house. That's ridiculously a lot of money. And brokerages are trying to capture that market. And I get it. As a corporate owner, your job is to maximize the profit for the stakeholders and stockholders. And I get that, but it doesn't serve the seller. And ultimately, that's what we're here to do, is serve you as a home seller. And if we're doing that with a big, huge company, talking about that trickles up to billions and billions of dollars of extra profit for that company every year. And ultimately what's going to happen is Zillow and Redfin are going to partner with Real and Remax and Compass and Anywhere, Anything, whatever that place is called. And the only person that's going to get more money is the big companies. It's just the way it is. There's no value to it at all. I tell all my listings all that. My sellers, I tell them this all the time. I'm like, look, I don't see a value in it. I don't see why we would want to do an off-market listing. There's no value in it to you at all because you don't know what the market will bear. That said, if your house is on the market for 50 days, 60 days, and it hasn't sold, it's price, right? I'm doing everything I normally do, and the houses are selling, right? The houses are selling, and you're not getting offers, then it's because of price. So it's catch-22. Should we do it and just take it off market? I don't think you should ever do coming soon. I think it's a horrible proposition for you as a seller, and only one or two buyers are going to see it versus the entire market. So there you go. And again, it doesn't serve you as a seller. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. Solar panels. Should you put solar panels on your home? It depends. I can tell you from experience that there's no intrinsic value to it unless you own it outright. If you finance it or lease it or whatever you want to call it, it's not an owned asset. It's a liability to you and to the buyer. So your house is worth that much less because the house has to become whole, or that has to be transferred over to the buyer, or it has to be paid off, right? There's different types of systems: owned, finance, leased, PPA, UCC filing, and superior lien, which is it's more technical, but it's not worth it. Payoff at closing. That's something that, like, I'm selling my house. That's what we're going to do. We're going to pay off the house, the loan, the lease at closing. But here's the bad thing about it. They don't tell you this, is once you get that paid off, then you have no maintenance agreement. You have no warranty whatsoever because it's written off. It's done, right? Yeah, you get lower bills, but then the other side of this is also PG&E has a true up, which means they're going to get theirs no matter what. They have to attach your system to the grid, and that's going to cost you. They don't discuss that in any sales terms, right? They don't. And then at the end of the year, they're like, well, we didn't make that much profit off of you, so here's your true up. So really, the way it's set up has been manipulated and cajoled, and I want to say perverted, to maximize the profit of PG&E. So nowhere have I ever talked to a homeowner that has solar do they think that was a good deal after looking at it, because there's a lot of, oh, this, oh, that, they side, they do this. You can absolutely take it over and be completely happy with it. The reason why I bought into it was I got my price per kilowatt locked in. I want to say it's like 14 or 15 cents per kilowatt or whatever it is. So it's not super expensive. It's just at the end of the year, PG&E gets their profit pull in. That kind of pisses me off. That was never discussed with me. And I've had it for 12 years. I should have known better. So there's a lot of things that you can know about it. If you're more interested in learning about how to sell a house with solar panels, give me a call and we can go through this article. Mortgage rates average 6.37. Now here's a funny thing. The market went haywire when it went down to 5.99. It's not that big of a difference. What we're telling our sellers right now is, hey, let's give potential buyers a concession to drop it down to 5.99. There's certain allowances, there's certain things. We can say, hey, we're going to drop your thing down. We'll give you a concession to drop your rate down to 5.99 or 5.5 or maybe 5.25. What does that look like? Let's call a lender and say, hey, look, if we do this loan with 20% down, yada, 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 how do we get it down to 5.25? What does that look like? What does that price look like? Well, we don't know. Okay, this is based on 20% down, excellent credit, 760 or more, all the reserves, the perfect candidate. How much would a 5.25 loan look like? What would that look like? And then put that out there and market it. Everybody's complaining about, 6.37, it's too expensive. I get it. Let's make it so that people can talk. There you go. Probate sales. I have one of these coming up. Parents are moving into an adult community and we're getting their house ready. It's just another extra couple steps for me, but it's my expertise and my knowledge, so I can help you get through every step, every little problem. I want to show you this right here. This book right here is awesome. They go through it, and it's for you as a child of an elder parent to just have those discussions with your parent. Moving in the right direction, it's what can we do to keep you safe? And a lot of times they want to hold on to those memories and everything that makes them comfortable. And sometimes it's just harder for them to get in an apartment or a place that can take care of them or keep an eye on them for you 24/7. They might be completely independent, but they could have issues like falling or what have you. And that's why this is important. Okay, this is Cupertino House of the Week. Not my listing, $5.5 million, 6-bedroom, 5.5 bath, built in 2024. It's a 4,000 square foot home, and it's awesome for $5.5 million in Cupertino. This is a steal. It's right down the street from Monte Vista High School. I know I'm not really, and Kennedy Junior High, and then Lincoln Elementary, and it's right here. And De Anza is right here. So if you know anything about it, it is a great little area. So yes, Monte Vista, Lincoln, and then Kennedy is right here. That's the 7-Eleven right here, Perk Ponds, and I used to live over this way, right on the corner of De Anza. I'll show you, like you care. Stelling and De Anza, there's a little apartment, condo townhouses right here. So there you go. It's an awesome house. If you're interested in looking, let's go take a look. This one's not going to be around very long because it's priced right. Okay, this is Willow Glen House of the Week. Blew it. The reason why I picked it is because it's right next to Lincoln Ave. Might not be great because you will have weekend parking issues, but there's parking signs saying you can't park there. $1.7 million. I think this one's going to go really quick. It's a great price. 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, built in 1947. Been updated. I think this is a great value. This is what you sell a house for land, right? So this is I think it's going to sell for more, to be honest with you, because of that price, knowing Willow Glen. And then Hidden Valley Lane, Luxury House of the Week. This is $38.8 million. If you want to go take a look at it, let me know. We'll arrange it. That's 6.4 acres. That's amazing. It's in Woodside, 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, built in 2003. So it's 23 years old. It's going to be in the FAIR plan, the fire zone. Nothing bad about that outside of it just is what it is. It's California. Can't do much about it, but this is an estate, a villa. You want to be protected, and yeah, this is beautiful. Right. And then Matterport, homes.com bought Matterport, so they're all cool with this. And I enjoy it because it's nice. It's just one of those extra things that we have. I get it part of my advertising deal with them. I get to go into every house and take a look at it. And it's nice to see, there we go, what a house looks like so you can walk through it. So if you're somebody from out of state or you're out of town, you're like, oh, I want to take a look inside. You can take a look and close up on every one of these little nook and crannies and get to fall in love with the house and take a look at it. If you're thinking about buying a home, this is a fantastic time to buy a home, guys. I don't know how else to explain it to you. The market is slow. It's not slow enough that you pick on a new house and you try to lowball it, but you can absolutely. One of my listings got an offer this weekend, and it wasn't exactly where we wanted to be, but it was an offer. They know that they're in command. This is turning into a buyer's market pretty quickly. So if you're interested, let me know. We'll talk about it. And then here, nothing else is different outside of the fact that we're at $6.5 billion in sales. The next closest one is San Mateo, only because of the high cost of houses out there. And then next is Alameda. Outside of that, it's a great, nothing terrible to look at. Our pacing is going up, as I said it would. Last year, we were at 7,900. The year before, we were at 82. I think we're going to get somewhere close to that right now. We're at 2,600 total for the year. And based on this is week 20, this is the pacing that we're going to look at getting it. I think we're going to get pretty close to 8,000 this year, I think. And then what else? Here's the winners and losers, right? San Benito, $134 million versus $6.4 billion. I think San Benito is going to be a sleeping giant. They're putting in the new off-ramp for 25. And I think once that's done, it's going to be a flood. So if you can buy houses, buy land that's close to development, buy acreage if you can, because I think that's going to go up pretty quickly. It's just really hard for you to sell houses in San Benito because it takes an hour to get there. It's, an hour drive just to get to San Benito, mostly because of that freeway, the highway to get to off of 101 to get to downtown Hollister. And yeah, they just don't have the volume right now to do that. I think that's a sleeping giant. And Solano, I think that's your best buy for affordable housing. Solano is very far away. It's still an hour away from Silicon Valley, but if you can work out of the house 3 days a